Morning, everybody. It's Shane Carlisle from Smart Money Trading. Going for pre-market. It's a bit late this morning, as I've had a few things to do this morning, but let me go through and share what's I think's happening today. Okay, so just move you down here. So the GU, go to the hour. So we broke this here. See how that's come up, took out all that structure, nice solid candle through it. So we're flagging back down here now. I've gone down into the 15 and found a nice little setup in there. Just didn't make them orders. I think it might have made it with that candle. Just about. So that candle pretty much has been taken back. So these I personally think can go. Yeah, so this is my area of interest. If you want to do hour, 4 hour, have a quick look through, see what the candles are saying. Nothing there in the 4 daily. There's one a bit further down in the daily. This is why you should check everything. Hang on, I ain't got a monthly. So we are. I'm on payroll today. Okay, so let's get back down an hour. See, so I like that. Same again, if it goes that way, it goes that way. If it doesn't. 18 bar range, we have a little peak out at the top of it this morning, but then straight back down. Floating around the 50% marker yesterday. So I'm looking for that to have a nice flag back down here. 10 pip stop loss on that, because that's all the candle last of it. So yeah, that's GU probably for the next day or so. Looking for it to come back down here and then take off, as we broke so many different levels of structure. We broke this structure, broke this structure. So I'm looking for a trickle back down and then a takeoff. But there is this down here at the beginning of the month or during the month. It's come here. So I think, so quick look. Must have done if I put the, yeah. So it has been down here. 14th, 15th March this month. So there is a possibility of it blowing through there. But that's a major piece of structure that's just been broke there. I know it's retraced, but we always get a retrace after a break of structure. So yeah, GU, I'm looking around this area. We've had the push off. Now we're having the flag back down. Bit of consolidation last night. We've had another push down, retrace back. Now it's like it's taking back down around New York time. We'll hopefully be down here by, as you see, daily it can happen. 15-minute candles, bam, 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 bam. 2 hours, you're down here. If it's non-farm payroll, then who knows? Anything can happen. We are GR. We've mitigated here this morning. I actually took 0.5% out of this morning. But it's still going. If I'd not messed with me stop loss, I'll move my stop loss with every 5-minute candle and the next candle turn around, but profit's a profit. So regardless, it's a win. And I'll leave that running for the day, possibly down to there where that last move was. But ultimately in the daily, we are heading up. We've had a big push. So you're possibly looking for the retracement, all the way back down to here. So that's a nice engulfing setup in the daily. Drop down, 4 hourly, it's nice in the 4 hourly, but I'd like to see this broke. See, I've had my percent out of that. But I'd like to see a solid candle somewhere up here. There's one in there, so you could possibly take the ride down if it broke. If it broke, it's heading here. But ultimately, this is the area I'd be looking towards as we're at the low of the month. New start, new month. Who knows? Could be taking a new trend. But yeah. So the GA, the move I was looking for has happened today. So this is my next target. As all orders have been filled here now. So they're either going to come sideways a bit, create some liquidity and take off and leave them orders for next time they come this way, as there is one there. So they could have a little bounce off that and then take off, or they could do the full works, leave no money and take off. Who knows? All we can do is stack probabilities in our favor and manage your risk. You're managing your risk. You're having so many attempts at your trades working, and you only need a couple of them to come in. The GC, the 18 bar, we broke out. We've mitigated from here. You can see that. Let's get well, you can see it anyway. Mitigated, 10 pip, padded by 5. Looking for a retracement to at least 50% of yesterday's trading for a 2 to 5. So that one's already happened, but same again, like the GA, the GC, I'm looking ultimately for a nice break, as we've had a flag up here. So obviously that's been broke there, that got broke there, but then we ultimately dropped back down to collect this straight away. And now we're flagging, we've took everybody out here, but there's still people building up here, building up. So possibly today with the NFP, we could see a dramatic drop to come and get these before they take off or break through, one or the other. But we are at the low for the month, just to keep that in mind. So we could be seeing a reversal. The GJ, the 18 bar range came back up to the 71 zone from yesterday. So we've either got the low or the high, but we've got a lovely setup there. I spoke about this one yesterday. So that's where I'll be looking. I know we do have something down here that we could be looking for, but same again, NFP. So anything can happen today. Let's just have a quick look in here. See, that's a lovely push there. So I'm guessing we broke some kind of structure there when that busts through there. So that's the 50% of the month. So yeah, it must have bust straight through that. But left us a nugget behind. And that nugget was given to me just out of my 18 bar range, funnily enough. So I'll mark that off. I'll arm it up. That's a point of interest. You've obviously got this down here, but this was when everything got broken. So this would be my sort of line to aim for. Oh, and look, my profit sort of falls there anyway, funnily enough. But yeah, I could. That's the GGA for me today. We've had a nice big change. Structure's been broken here. Didn't quite come back to fill the order, so I personally think we're going to come back to fill the order before drop. Might just be a little wick, but that's all we need. One little wick to jump through and we're down. GC. Clear downtrend on the GC and the 15. Look at that. See how it keeps coming back to get everything? Obviously not the whole thing. Just leaving nuggets behind. But it is coming back to get. Must be one here somewhere. And they're all aiming for different things. It's like a robot. 18 bar range. I've not moved that one since this morning. Didn't cool. Only moved a little bit, but we've had a push out. So we've had the push away there. You see that? And now we're creating moves to go back to collect what they've dropped. See, that's a lovely setup, and it's the furthest one away. And all the rest, we've got a little bit of consolidation out the 18 bar range there at 50%. And it broke through the 50%. I didn't really have to move that because I put it between the 71 and the 88. Now it looks like it's pushing. We've got a nice push from the bank there. Maybe a little retrace, a push, a little retrace. Just keep collecting their orders as they're going up. NFP arrives, we could see a wick. That's it, done. Job done. 1 to 6. GN. Another lovely setup. Look at that. It broke all this structure here. Structure, bang, gone. No more structure. Spike up, spike down, consolidate for a day. Now we're going to go back and get here because everybody's forgot about these orders we placed. Consolidation pretty much all day yesterday. Now we spiked out of that. So you could possibly see a nice steady climb now, possibly for the day. There is one there. No, I wouldn't class that, but I'd class that because, but that is at your peak. If it goes past that, trade failed. You know what I mean? There's no other safety measures behind that. That's your, if the trade's going to work, it's going to work from that point. You've had your candle, you've had the breaker structure, and it's the highest point. I mean, that is, I personally class that as a bankers because you've got the big green, small green with the big red. So they've had 2 pushes there. But then the bulls have tried to come back here, but the bears, they have come back, but not in an aggressive way. And then they did on the next candle. So they've created a little imbalance here. Big push, imbalance. So you've got, that's your last. Right, yeah, I had a quick look at gold this morning. I am looking for, as we've it's froze. There we go. So I did have a look at gold this morning, and what I mean, the 15. You know, you could have caught that move there from that candle there, which would have got you that candle there, I was actually looking at this, but I found this here, and lo and behold, it's spun round at these orders. It's collected them and spun round. So I personally think we're coming down here. NFP, it could come back here. In fact, that's probably where I'll set. I'll put a 0.25% here because it is the new structure. Because it's broke, come back to get that. As it's broke this, let's come back down to get that. Now we've gone up, got that, but we've not broke. So this is irrelevant. So, but it's starting to come down. So I'll probably put a 2.25% risk here and probably 0.5% here with NFP coming. If it doesn't touch, it doesn't touch. But, and if that blows through, I've only risked 0.25%. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that because that was lovely that this morning. Through the day, we'd bust up. At the end of the day, we consolidated. We flagged back down where the break happened to this candle, took off just out of the 18 bar range this morning. You'd have set that at your previous high. You'd have got a 1 to 7 just this morning from 7 till 9. 2 hours, 7% account growth. Unbelievable. I think I've gone through everything today. I'm going to look to mark up the Euros next week and do a week on the Euros. I've done the GP this week. I'll still keep up with these, but the videos next week will follow the Euro. I just want to follow them in blocks, and then we can see which works best on which pairs, and it's just easier to do them in blocks of what they are. Obviously, I'm from Britain, so I started with the Great British Pound. We've just had a nice push here. Just broke a little bit, but nothing. I personally do think the GU is coming down here, and that's looking at a 1 to 11. That's looking at a 1 to 2, but we have just had a major pull candle taken back. That was a big candle there in the 15-minute. A 1 to 2, possibly more. Same again, we've just had a nice candle take back. I've got it set down where the move happened just at the beginning of the 18 bar. NFP, we could possibly see it down here. Anything is possible today. So we've got 11, 2, 2. So that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 25. If we take the spike and buy it in, it's 25. See, I'm still looking up there. That'll probably be next week, that though, so we won't count that. I'll possibly look in here. In fact, we'll do that now. If I shorten that, bring that down. So we have one there, and we have a candle there. So that's what I'll be looking at today for that. A 1 to 8. I'll probably put that to 10 just to round my pips off and have my spread as I'm going. So 1 to 7. So 28. The GN, I'm looking as we've had the swing now. You see we've got a lovely candle there. So I would be looking. I was looking for it to come back yesterday, funnily enough, but it didn't. Get rid of that. Short. And then look for I'll probably go, I'll put it down here for now. But I'll probably look for this area here, the 50% of that day. Spike up, fill their orders, 50%, possibly take off or drop down again. You're always aiming for about the 50% mark of the trading from any area. As soon as you come up here, you start trading in this zone now. So that'll become my 50%. I'm trading down here. That'll become my 50%. You know, it's just making calculations in your own head that work out. But yeah, let's have a look. So yeah, sorry it's a bit late. That's pre-market, 31st of the 3rd, 2022. Shane Carlisle from Smart Money Trading. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye for now.